Support.
The maestro, please!
We're starting to slow down a bit, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, especially after last week. This'll be for the week of
June 4th, 2019.
On this day in music back in 1993, ground was broken in Cleveland, Ohio, starting the construction on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Fun fact, I almost forgot to record something for this segment. This is actually being done on a second take. Ooh, pulling back the curtain.
Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
So yeah, it's a smooth jazz album, but Pieces of a Dream specifically is more known for doing jazz fusion. So if you like smooth jazz, but you want it just to be a bit more aggressive, they put in some rock and roll elements just to give it that bit of a harder edge.
Singing,
I love rock and roll!
Speaking of rock and roll, there's nothing to speak about for rock and roll.
It's bigger than hip-hop, hip-hop.
I put you in a chokehold. Go loco, go loco, go loco. I pull that track off a show.
You'll notice that it says in loving memory of Nipsey Hussle at the bottom. YG intended to release this album when he announced it at Coachella a number of months ago, but due to Nipsey Hussle's untimely death, he ended up delaying it twice. Regardless, it is out now, and it is a very good album.
It ain't fair. Nope. You can't find none of shit a nigga worth. Kill him every time I style. I'm too rare. Me. Forever Heartless, too rich to cur. I don't really give a fuck. I'm the voice, so they listen. Got them pulling up a...
If you liked Heartless in 2017, and you liked Too Heartless in 2018, I give you the third installment, Forever Heartless in 2019. And yes, I know it starts with a 4, but if you look immediately after that, there's your 3 for the continuity.
Fire is coming.
This album is fire. And I mean that. The idea of the album is fire. It's a conceptual album based around the idea of fire, flames, burning, and what have you. I mean, it's a good album, a bit on the experimental side, but I do enjoy Flying Lotus's work anyway. But yes, the idea behind this album is quite literally fire.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please!
Can you hear me calling?
You know, with all these albums that have short films, I should really consider watching some of them.
It ain't fair. Nope. You can't find none of shit a nigga worth. Kill him every time I style. I'm too rare. Me. Forever Heartless, too rich to cur. I don't really give a fuck. I'm the voice, so they listen. Got them pulling up a...
Third time's the charm for Moneybagg Yo. Not saying his other albums weren't good, but this is his highest charting one to date. If you remember last week when I talked about Earthquake, it's now been officially released as the album's first single, so if you haven't listened to it yet, go do it.
DJ Khaled!
You stick out of the crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. It ain't the hard to choose. Him or me, be for real, baby, it's a no-brainer.
The reviews are starting to come in for this one, the first one being from AllMusic, which gave it 3.5 out of 5. So make of that what you will.
What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all fall asleep, where do we go?
Back at number 1, and what a better way to celebrate than me telling you where she is on her tour right now. Today she's gonna be in Independence, Missouri at the Silverstein Eye Center's Arena. That's a name for a stadium. Make sure you add all this music to your Summer Bops playlist so you can jam out while you're at the beach.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please! Maestro,